My name is Happy Black Legends. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Anyways, let's get with it. Let's talk shit. Not shit on anyone or something, but shit. Let's talk shit. Merde, caca, bullshit, poop, poo-poo, pee-pee, poo-poo, kofifi. Let's talk about it. I have been in the eating disorder community for about a year, and I've seen, I mean, like, we've all seen it, like, you know, someone frantic at, like, 3 a.m., like, I just binged, I'm gonna take a lax, and I know that we all tell each other to be safe, knowing that we're not keeping ourselves safe, but lax is the one thing that I've managed to just kick and I haven't touched since I fucked with it. And I fucked with it. And let me talk about that, okay? First of all, before my eating disorder, I already had constipation issues. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm gonna be talking about shit, so if that's gross to you, like, don't watch it, I don't know. And, like, obviously, I constantly, you know, refer to eating disorders because that's a huge topic on my channel, but these tips can help anyone out who's dealing with constipation. And obviously when I say laxatives, I'm not talking about if you take them prescribed. Like, there was a point years before when I had an eating disorder, I was prescribed laxatives and I took them responsibly and it helped. I was amazed. And, you know, but now I don't fuck with laxatives, I don't fuck with diet teas, I don't fuck with anything that's not a natural laxative, that doesn't naturally contain high fiber. I just don't mess with it because at least for me and my body, everyone's bodies are different, but I really think that these tips can help out everyone. It's so much better to just have natural, you know, less harsh, you know, laxatives in your body. And I'm gonna tell you a funny, not really, story, but yeah, it got to the point in my laxative abuse where like, one day I hadn't lost any weight in a couple days. Oh my god. Oh my god. I didn't, like, lose weight in a couple days. This was over a year ago, so, and, I was just really upset, and I was pissed, and I had just eaten a lot of food, and I hadn't pooped in a few days, because when you have an eating disorder and you don't eat, your body is, what is there to poop? So, yeah, and I got really pissed, and I took, like, I had, like, powder, I drank some sort of detox tea, and I ate, like, literally 20 plus, like, children's gummies or whatever. I didn't shit for 5 days. On the 5th day, I was so tired and in pain, and I literally cried myself to sleep, and then the next morning, it finally happened. It was a go. I locked the doors, opened the window, and I had at it. And let me tell you, that was an awful experience. And if I can prevent anyone else from abusing laxatives or doing some stupid shit to try to lose weight, first of all, you don't lose any weight abusing laxatives. You lose water. You make yourself dehydrated, completely dehydrated, and you'll gain it back, but you never really lost it in the first place. The only way to lose weight, as most of us know, is calories in, calories out. All that other details, it's bullshit. Do what works for you in a healthy way, in a, you know, safe and healthy way, please, if you're trying to lose weight. But all that other shit is shit. So you're not losing weight from laxatives. And honestly, there was a point in my time when I was abusing laxatives where I knew I wasn't losing weight, but I did it to feel empty. So I understand that feeling. But maybe if you, like, eat high fiber foods or teas, if you don't feel like chomping down, if you don't want to eat, you don't want to manger, you can drink some teas and some different things, and I'm going to talk about that right now. And that can help you too. And, yeah, because it just breaks my heart when I see people, I just took laxative, I just did this. I don't know, like duh, like we're all gonna do bad things, and like I'm such a sissy, sensitive person. That's just how I was like made. So here are some tips, and here are some tricks on what to do to relieve constipation, how to shit regularly, all of that. Let's just talk about shit. Let's talk shit. Obviously, the number one way to stay regular is gonna be to eat. I'm sorry, like, I don't, and everyone's bodies are different, so, but there were times when I was eating, like, basically nothing, and I seriously wouldn't shit for, like, 2 or 3 days, and in a way, that was normal for me, because, like I said, I've struggled with constipation issues my whole life. Like, it wasn't until I was 16 that I found out that most people poop every day. That was a huge shock to me, and I'm not trying to be funny. I was constipated my whole life, okay? I was stressed out. So that was like somewhat normal to me, but it still didn't feel great, you know what I mean? You, at least for me, I can feel when I have a shit inside of me. I feel sluggish, I feel irritable, I don't want to do anything. I'm just like, let's get this bitch out. So, obviously, like I said, the best way to stay regular is to eat. And I'm going to give you a lot of different foods that at least for me, a lot of these are my own safe foods, and a lot of these are low-cal, natural, healthy vegetables. Like, it's not, in my opinion, it's not super scary stuff. I think sometimes, like, we hear, you know, eat food, and we automatically don't want to listen, but it's like, well, if you do this for your body and for yourself, not only will you lose weight, but vegetables have so many vitamins and nutrients and all that jazz. It's good for you. So it's not really, it's a win-win. It's not really a lose-lose. So like I said, number one thing to do is eat. Now, let's talk about what to eat. Fiber. Fiber is what makes you shit. Fiber is nature's laxative. I always look at fiber content for most of the foods I get, because I'm not someone that naturally goes every day. So watching my fiber intake is super important. I'm not too sure about the recommended fiber percentage, and honestly, most people don't meet that. I'm 90% sure, even though I check my fiber every day and I eat a lot of high fiber foods, I'm sure that even I don't reach that amount every day. I'd be really surprised if I did, because it's not like something you're going to think about. So what are some foods that you can eat to remain regular? There are a lot of high fiber foods, that most of us in the eating disorder community already stand. Coffee. I drink coffee every morning. I'm sorry, but fuck that black coffee shit. I did that for a year. I did it for a year, and you gotta have the little things. I don't know. I'm sorry. I will make room for a little creamer or Nesquik or syrup or some sort of flavor for my coffee. Anyways, but coffee is a laxative. It's a natural laxative. Obviously, be careful with that. And coffee, is a pretty aggressive laxative. Typically, it works within an hour. So, I drink coffee every morning. I'm regular every morning. Honestly, I usually poop 1 to 2 times a day. Usually once right when I wake up, and then I'll drink some coffee and I'll go again. Sometimes 3 times a day. Anyways, so coffee is a really great thing. Oatmeal. Oh my god. Before my eating disorder, I hated oatmeal. Now, I literally had oatmeal for like lunch, dinner, whatever. It's so good for you. I feel like most people in the disorder community consider oatmeal a safe food. If it's a fear food for you, I would encourage you to work through that, because oatmeal contains like just so many good things for us, but especially the fiber. At least for me, oatmeal is a huge reason why I was regular for a really long time. Oatmeal is amazing. I definitely recommend oatmeal. Another food that I recommend to try to fruits and vegetables. I mean, duh, but like, let's talk about which ones. Apples, raspberries, bananas, sweet potato, I'm pretty sure has high fiber. Bananas, another great thing. I feel like the best like food laxatives are coffee, oatmeal, banana, sweet potato, spinach. Those are the foods that I usually eat throughout the week at some point, no matter what. And I think I don't eat bananas anymore. I like low key might be allergic. I'm too scared to test it. But at one point I had bananas like every day because I used to make protein shakes. I would put bananas, raspberries. Oh my god. If you like, I don't know, don't want to eat fresh fruit because it's too whatever, baby food is usually like, I don't know, like 70 calories per thing. Lots of fiber, lots of iron, vitamins in those. Check those out. They're usually like 99, 89 cents per thing. I get the beech nut brand a lot because those usually the cheapest. I love baby food. There have been times where I have like a cart full of baby food and like, I don't know how old I look, but I'm sure people are like looking at me like, what the hell? And I'm waiting for the day, you know, when a cashier is like, oh, like, why do you have all this baby food? And I can be like, I'm baby, like, I eat all this baby food, it's for me, leave me alone. Now for vegetables, I already mentioned spinach. Your greens are pretty much all going to be laxatives. Spinach, broccoli, I mean, those alone, more than enough. Corn, holy crap. Let's talk shit. Corn can appear in your poop. I remember reading that in like some sort of Ripley's Believe It or Not as a kid, but I didn't remember that that can happen to you until a few weeks ago when it happened to me, and I like flipped the fuck out. I thought there was something seriously wrong with me, and I looked it up and I was like, what the hell? And corn, I guess, I don't think it digests like, I don't know, but it makes you shit and it's amazing. And corn tastes amazing. I mean, like, so it's a win-win, like I said. Either way, it's a win-win. Beans are good for your heart. They give you gas and make you fart. Beans are amazing. They're cheap. Might be tough to find beans right now in this coronavirus sort of environment. I like always have dried beans, and I got some 2 weeks ago, so I have some more. But I went grocery store shopping today earlier this morning with my mom, and there were like no beans, and I was like, damn. So might be hard to find beans, but in a usual normal situation, beans are cheap. They're great for you. They're good for your heart, like I said. They're good for you. You know, don't eat a lot of beans. And that's the other thing with high fiber foods. You can't eat a lot of it, like, because it'll not be good for you. You'll be bloated. And I've had situations like that where I wasn't eating enough like non-fiber foods, you know, where I would have like coffee and oatmeal for breakfast, and then I'd have like spinach, broccoli, something salad for lunch, and then for dinner I'd have like a sweet potato and something, and my stomach, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's too harsh, you know? So you have to find balance. And like I said, for everyone it's different. For me, I'm already very like sensitive to that kind of stuff. So that's why I watch it. That's why I try to do my best to track it. Like, here's what I do. If I want chips and I'll look at the chips and this chip has more fiber, I'll choose this chip. Things like that. That's how I make my decision. And I don't know, this is a weird, disordered brain thought, but at least for me, I'm like, well, if I'm eating it, it's gonna come out. I don't know, like, it doesn't bother me as much. Like, it just doesn't bother me. I don't know. And also, I'm at the point in my eating disorder where it's like, I can't starve anymore. I physically can't starve anymore. So I've already accepted that I'm gonna have to eat. Like, I've already made that acceptance. Maybe for you, you know, you're not there yet, fine. But hopefully one of these foods or things I mentioned, you might work for you. Oh, well, let's talk about teas. A lot of teas are amazing for constipation. I want to say dandelion tea is one of them. Green tea, which I know the ED community praises. Green tea is amazing. What's the third? Hibiscus tea. I love hibiscus tea. I've made hibiscus tea. I worship hibiscus tea. I love hibiscus tea. And the good thing about teas is most of them are really cheap. So you can go buy this stuff, and I don't count calories in teas. most teas don't have calories. I'll add a little bit of honey to most of my teas, some lemon depending on the thing, and that's about it. Do your life, do your thing, but I don't count tea calories, so it doesn't bother me to get tea, especially knowing like it's gonna help me go, you know what I mean? So those are some really good teas. Apple cider vinegar, I know people shit on it, but a really great way to make it good. I would look up the amount of teaspoon, tablespoons, whatever. I honestly eyeball it because I've been doing it for so long. But what I do is apple cider vinegar, honey, sometimes lemon if I'm feeling zesty, and then I do some cinnamon or pumpkin spice. Bitch, bitch, bitch. So I mentioned earlier raspberries, apples. Those are some really good fruits that are, you know, high in fiber. There are a lot of like raspberry green teas, like apple teas. I'm sure you can make something like that too. Last bitch I'm gonna mention in terms of fiber is aqua.
A wallet, a watch, waffles,
Sandy! Water!
Water. Oh, water. Like, calculate how much water you need in a day. Calculate how much water you need in a day and drink that, plus some if you exercise, okay? If you exercise, I think it's like 12 ounces you need to add on to that for every 30 minutes of exercise you do. I'm not 100% sure. I have the formula somewhere in my notes because I keep it for people and myself because I'm kind of that kind of freak, okay? Water is amazing. And I actually saw this really funny tweet that was talking about how, like, when you have an eating disorder and you're trying to take a shit, it feels like you're giving birth because you're, like, pushing and you're in pain. When that happens to you, bitch, drink some more water. Water will help that shit pass through. Literally, it'll help it pass through. It'll give you more energy. You'll pee more. I know everyone's in such different phases with their eating disorders, okay? I have, like, mutuals and people who have been struggling for decades, and then people who have been struggling for 10 minutes, okay? I'm not trying to judge anyone, but I don't think people, sometimes I think we get so lost in the sauce that we don't, like, stop and go, this is, like, harmful for my body. Like, because we all think we're immune. We all think we're invincible, but we're not. This shit has a timeline. It catches up to you eventually. So I'm not trying to shame you for using laxatives. I've literally gone through that. I struggled with that from the beginning of my eating disorder because I had access to laxatives because I had constipation issues. It's on my file. If I wanted to, tomorrow, I could go to well, I don't know with the coronavirus, but anyways, if I wanted to, I could go to the doctors and be like, can I have a prescription for constipation? Because it's still in my history. It's still in my file. I still get asked about it to this day. I mean, not to this day, but like every time I go to my doctors, they're like, oh, are you struggling with this? And I'm like, no. So my point is, I've been there, boo, I get it. And hopefully you can take some of these tips and tricks and ideas, utilize them for yourself in your life, and maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Go back to doing laxatives. No, don't go back to doing laxatives. I don't know, but I just want, I know we're all gonna do bad things to ourselves, but I want us to at least be knowledgeable and at least, like, maybe do less bad things. I don't know, maybe that's just, like, my therapy, like, I'm always somewhat trying to recover brain, I don't know. Oh, and I'm also gonna link this amazing, okay, I'm sorry, I'm not a yoga person, I've tried to get into it, I don't, all of that connectivity to your body and your brain and your mind, breathe, like, that is just not how, that honestly stresses me out. I've done yoga in different settings, and I don't like it. But I stumbled upon this video, and I have no memory of how, but I stumbled upon it, and I was really bloated and gassy, I think, and I needed to take a shit, and I hadn't shit in like 2 days or something. And this was like months ago, and it's a yoga video, and it's for digestion and whatnot, and gas and bloatation. Works like a charm every single time. Even if I'm not bloated and I do it, I usually fart, like, straight up. It's amazing. And I do those poses now all the time when I'm having, like I said, bloatation, gastation, stomachation, irritation, whatever ation I'm struggling with, I do that. So I'm going to link that down below. But I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you stay safe. It's kind of funny because stay safe is such a thing in the eating disorder community, but now everyone's saying it. So, like, when people tell me to stay safe, I'm like, do they know? Do they know my secret? I don't know. But, just this amazing, interesting, really hard to deal with brain that I have just does things like that sometimes. But, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely subscribe because I have much more content coming. I already have chosen my dance for tomorrow's quarantines. I hope you enjoyed today's quarantines. I had so much fun dancing to Christine and the Queens. I understood the dance moves, but I could not properly do them. And I literally danced like all day throughout the day, and I got to the point where I was like, you know what? You're not a dancer. You can't be a perfectionist. And there's this really cool clip where Christine and the Queens and Charlie XCX are in an interview, and Chris actually talks about how she feels like dancing is something that everyone can do, and it's something that, like, you shouldn't have self-judgment. You should just do it. You should just do what your body feels like. And honestly, like, that's how I feel about dance too. So I'm sorry if you were disappointed with my skills. I don't know. But I really did have fun dancing to her music. I love Christine and the Queens. Definitely give her a listen to. I'm pretty sure I've talked about her before on this channel, like, at least once. But I say all that to say, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe because I have a lot more content coming. I am so excited. This quarantine opportunity honestly gives me a great chance to focus on my channel, which I haven't been doing the past couple months. So I'm just really excited and happy to be here, and I hope you guys are too. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Stay safe out there. And yeah. Alright guys. Bye.